The story so far. In Quarry Crest, Cyrus used his powers of deduction to get to the bottom of a series of kidnappings perpetrated by the depraved scholar Gideon, who was harvesting the villagers' blood for his dark research. It was in Gideon's sickening laboratory that Cyrus discovered it. A translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Though the history of the dark arts intrigued him, he could not sit idly by while his peers used knowledge for evil. And so Cyrus came to Stoneguard, where the tome was bound. Would he find answers here, or only more dreadful questions? Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of KZ's making the videos longer, and still really questioning why he should do that. Stoneguard at last. A sprawling city, if I ever saw one. Talk about searching for a needle in a haystack.
Now then.
First, I should review where we stand. Like as not, the translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell was produced by a bookmaker in this town. But where to begin my search? Logically speaking, it would make the most sense to begin at the source. Which means head straight for the bindery, of course. Where else?
Very well.
Let the investigation begin. Well, there's our shadowy pursuer.
Take care.
You know, I feel it now too. The unmistakable sense of being watched. For my part, the feeling was faint at first, and came and went, but it grows stronger with each step we take. Undoubtedly, your instincts are sharper than mine. How did you acquire them, I wonder? I cannot say. It is something I learned on the battlefield by what means I do not rightly know. Oh, I was hoping there was some, easy trick, like go up, up, down, down or something. It is easy enough if you're willing to fight as many battles as I have. I think easy here means something different to you and me. Fair enough. Even a scholar such as yourself cannot know everything there is to know of the world. Well, now that we're back, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Yeah, let's get going. I feel like, thinking about the last episode, because it's been a day since I recorded that one, I kind of feel bad because I feel like I was giving the game a little bit more shit, and I've been kind of glowing a lot of praise on it for a while. But I still really like it. I mean, it's not a situation where it's like, let me just finish it, which I don't know if people may be thinking that that's what it is for me, doing longer videos, when in actuality, it's not that. It's that there are other games that are coming out sooner that I would have liked, that I would like to do, and I don't think I'll be able to do them day and date if I don't finish this up. So I'm just doing longer videos because of that. Because in the end, I still really like the game, or else, or else you would hear me sound a bit more sad, and I would do a lot more cuts. You can tell when KZ doesn't like something, he does a lot of cuts. Just watch Strange Journey. Anyway. Let's get going. That, and anytime Cyrus is around, I'm grinning ear to ear.
Indeed.
Bookbinding requires the finest of materials. How about I scrutinize you? His testimony. I sold a book of my making to Dominic, a translator. His home lies on the east side of town. Most intriguing. Well now, it would seem I owe this Dominic fellow a visit. Should be able to find him in the workshop just east of here. Oh, let's make for Dominic's abode. Hello? Beg your pardon? Is this the residence of...
My apologies.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not in the mood for company.
A moment of your time.
If you could just spare a moment, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Be gone with you.
No. He seems like a stubborn one. I'll have to find another way. Pray forgive the intrusion. A good day to you. It might behoove me to find a bit more information about our friend Dominic.
I see.
He refused to talk to you. Quite. I need a different approach. You're looking most solemn. Is anything troubling you? I was thinking, where would someone so mighty turn his back on others? The suffering in his voice was that of a man who had been made to forsaken everything. You're suggesting there is a reason for his behavior? Perhaps, I don't know. But when I think about the life that he has led... Yes, quite. Something tragic may have befallen him. I need to find out more. Perhaps I can even find a way to help him. A good plan. Let's do that. I'm getting better at reading her gibberish. However, as soon as we reach a moment in which her chapter takes over, then it's just gibberish all day and I'm in hell.
Well.
So you were refused? Indeed. It would appear that we have no one to rely upon but ourselves. This Dominic fellow. Stubborn coot, wouldn't you say? A type regrettably common in the world of philosophy and science. So, you're gonna find out more about him? Certainly. If I can do that, I might find a means by which to make him listen to me. I shall start by talking to his colleagues and other associates. Good luck. Those bookish types are battier than the Carrion Caves. Myself included? Myself included? Myself... Yes! Yes! Okay. Well, let's see. What are our next people? Tressa and Alphen. So let's go ahead and grab them. There we go. Well, thankfully, again, my mind flashed with a, okay, so what do I just, like, walk around randomly? And then I went, oh yeah, this game doesn't need you to do that. You can just, you're just free to do this on your own. They, like, have map markers for everything. So the testimony for the neighborly grandpa. Dominic had a translation commission he thought would earn him a fortune. Still rues the day he said yes to it, poor lad. Most intriguing. He took on a job for money that wasn't really good. Turned out to be more trouble than it was worth. That Dominic went and shut himself off from the world after his only daughter succumbed to the sickness 15 years ago. So he ended up translating something that he regrets doing. Lost his daughter in an unfortunate way. Sold some medicine to Dominic about 15 years ago, I think. Was in a spot of bother, as I recall, financially speaking, so I gave him a discount.
Very well.
And that should do it. I dare say Dominic will be more talkative this time as soon as I bring up his past. Maybe. I mean, it's more of a guess, to be honest. Maybe he could just go, "Hey, young man, fuck off my house." And then I would be screwed. Knockety knock knock.
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, Master Dominic. I am Cyrus, the scholar who called upon you a mere 4 minutes ago. Please stop. 15 years ago, who did Dominic lose to sickness? What tasks did Dominic take on to pay his debts?
But of course.
Yes, if my reasoning is correct, this is undoubtedly why Dominic has cut off all contact with the outside world. I do not mean to open old wounds, friend. But in the past 4 minutes, I have learned your entire past.
Thusly.
Since then, you have secluded yourself and cut off all contact with the outside world. In order to procure the elixirs that might save your daughter, you needed coin, quickly, and in large quantities. And so you accepted an unusual task.
Yes.
To wit, producing a translation of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Who told you this?
Now then.
The book that you translated is now in my possession. Clearly, you are a scholar of great knowledge and wisdom. You took care to omit the most horrific passages, doubtless because you recognized the danger they posed. As an academic, I will not stand idly by as knowledge is used for the purpose of evil. And so I ask you, who commissioned this translation? Come inside.
Many thanks.
I will. I will come inside. Oh no.
Listen.
But where should I even begin?
In truth.
15 years ago, a man came here to me with a request he said was of dire import. Strangely, I cannot recall his name. He was a scholar, and from his words one could tell his mind was as sharp as a blade. But what I remember more than anything were his eyes, which burned blood red, with a zeal for knowledge that bordered on obsession.
What in the...
Red eyes? Could it be? No. Perish the thought.
After that.
They said in recent years he accepted a prestigious position at the Royal Academy in Atlasdam.
It couldn't be.
Good gods. Headmaster Yvonne!
Yes.
Ah, yes. It's coming back to me now. Yvonne was his name.
In truth.
He came to me, a mighty and venerable tome, in hand. That tome was from the far reaches of hell. I did not have to think twice.
Is that so?
Knowing full well the danger posed by the forbidden knowledge within?
Yes.
Yes, I was not blind to the risk. And yet, what choice did I have? The medicines my daughter required cost a veritable fortune. And I am but a humble scholar. So you followed Yvonne's instructions to the letter?
Yes.
Yes, I translated that dreadful tome. All the while fearing for my life what horrors might come to pass if the knowledge fell into the wrong hands. In the end, even the rarest of elixirs could not save my poor girl. Looking back, I believe this was divine punishment for my sins. Headmaster Yvonne, whatever was the man thinking? You say the book is in your possession. I beg of you, promise me.
Leave it to me.
I will see that it is never again used to bring pain and suffering. You have my word. The pain and guilt you bear is surely beyond my own understanding, but I hope this will bring you even a small measure of solace. Rest your heart easy, friend, as best you can.
You have my thanks. Come now.
Well, are you going to keep hiding in the shadows, or shall we end this charade? So you were wise to my presence.
Just so.
I knew I was being followed, yes. So, my question here is, who is this? So is this a new character, or is this someone serving the headmaster? Yeah, I assumed. I vaguely remember a female assistant. Fancy meeting you outside the academy. You're the headmaster's assistant, miss?
Call me Lucia.
Greetings.
A pleasure. And why have you followed me here while wearing an evil Organization 13 cloak?
I apologize.
Forgive me, Professor Albright, I meant no offense. I overheard that you were investigating the whereabouts of a certain tome. A tome by the name of From the Far Reaches of Hell, is this correct? And what if it is?
In truth,
What I am about to say, I ask that you keep in the utmost confidence. I have reason to believe Headmaster Yvonne is plotting something unsavory involving the selfsame tome.
Why?
So
I'll
the thief who stole the book from the archives was
yes.
the headmaster himself. Of this I am all but certain. The headmaster's assistant I may be, but first and foremost, I'm a scholar in my own right. I will not stand to see my profession's good name sullied by one who would use knowledge in the name of evil. This is why.
Indeed.
You came here seeking my aid?
Correct.
Yes, my intuition as an academic tells me you are a man to be trusted. As you may be aware, Headmaster Yvonne hails from Stoneguard himself.
Yes.
Yes, I was planning to investigate that very matter after I was done here. The house in which he was born still stands. Yet there are ominous rumors about the place. I have ascertained its location, but I am hesitant to investigate further on my own. And so I ask, Professor Albright, pray lend me your aid.
I see.
Before I promise anything, I would see the house with my own eyes.
Correct.
I understand completely. You will find it on the north side of town.
Shall we begin?
As for whether or not I can cooperate, I will give you my answer there. Is this acceptable?
Thank you.
But of course, thank you, Professor. I will go on ahead and meet you there.
Pardon me.
Can I ask you a question, Professor? By all means. What kind of things did you teach back at the palace? Interested in a spot of learning, are we? Then pull up a log, and I'll give you a lesson. Why? History. Let's begin there. Specifically with the founding of the mighty kingdom of Hornburg. Well, I did not say it did. And there followed also, in short. He's been talking for an hour now. I'm not sure whether to be annoyed or impressed. But the king, Edbot, if you recall, had his own worries, you see. Professor, can I say something? What is it, Tressa? We really need to get back on the road. I'm a big fan of just how much of a piece of shit he is. Oh, man. We might as well switch her out now, just in case we get trapped. So, let's dropkick Tressa, unfortunately, because she's not going to be in the main party here. Next up would be Primrose. So we'll do that, and let's head to the place our headmaster once lived. In terms of a twist, because I was talking about it a little bit last episode, how they're not doing a very good job sometimes of delivering story beats very well, because it's kind of like they resolve it all within one episode and establish characters and then try to execute a twist on them within the same episode. However, this stuff here is actually really good because the headmaster is someone you tend to not like and is established in the first episode, the first chapter for this guy. And the assistant, is established as well because there's a scene with her. And then the black cloak that follows Cyrus is established at the end of the first and the end of the second. You have party banter between Cyrus and that's his name, right? I'm not fucking that up. Yeah, between Cyrus and Ulbrich at the end of the last chapter, and it's picked up again at the beginning of this one. And we're kind of layering it in. This is how all of them should be, but they're not always handling that the best. But I just wanted to give it props. Far and away, I think so far, and I don't know if my opinion will change, Cyrus is far and away the most well-executed and well-realized of the stories, and it's not just because I like doing the accent. Anyway, back to it. This is where Headmaster Yvonne was born and raised. According to the neighbors, it has lain abandoned for some 20 years now.
Is that so?
Ominous indeed. Well, shall we let ourselves in? What the? Not gonna lie, I am not at all surprised by that either. What? It's just a hole. I didn't expect it to be a hole.
Oh! Where? What is this place?
Ah, Professor Albright. I apologize for this little ruse.
Okay, I did not expect him to be here, though. I expected her to betray him, to be like, oh, I exposed it so that you would actively seek out a place where I could kill you, but this... Alright, there's some layers here.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere. So, we meet again, Headmaster Yvonne.
when I heard you were looking into from the far reaches of hell, I knew your search would lead you here. And sure enough, you didn't disappoint me. Your mind is every bit as sharp as I thought it was.
You sent Lucia to keep an eye on me.
What a shame, my dear boy. A thirst for knowledge like yours would be such a terrible thing to waste. So, what do you say? Apprentice yourself to me, and I will overlook your little trespasses.
How kind of you. I refuse. I am, shall we say, philosophically opposed to your stance on knowledge. I believe that knowledge should be shared, not hoarded for one's personal gain.
I thought you'd say as much. Most unfortunate, Cyrus. Most unfortunate. As you know, this is my house, and I don't get many callers these days. A smart man like you knows what this means, yes? When you starve to death here, no one will be the wiser.
If you think I'll give up without a fight, you don't know me nearly well enough.
What have we here?
Climbing my way out doesn't seem to be an option.
Now then.
Now, how to get myself out of this predicament? Could I inquire with the webs or the bones? Should I inquire why the fuck there's a chest here when there was not one earlier? Investigate further. Bone! Here's a bone! You just open this chest in this hole. You're like, I'm going to die. There has to be something. And then you open the box like, a key? No. It's bone. Wait and see, otherwise known as would you like to progress? It's like, sure. I opened and got bone.
Professor?
That voice, could it be...
Are you okay?
Well, who is that? Oh, it's you! It's Therese. Therese. Did you come all the way from Atlas Dam? But why?
Actually,
I knew you were in danger. And so I came to warn you. That's quite enough, young lady. Whoa!
Therese.
I knew Cyrus would come, but you have pluck for a girl your age.
You think you can get away with this?
Yvonne, let her go at once! It is clear hostage negotiation never factored into your scholarly pursuits. Mark my words, Cyrus. Stop meddling in my research or the girl's life is forfeit. I'll beat you. He's got magic powers.
Son of a...
I won't let him get away with this. I don't care who you are. Kidnapping and holding someone hostage ain't right. Alfin, my friend, I often find you overly hot-headed and temperamental. But on this issue, I stand in complete agreement. Why, no man who pretends to integrity and virtuousness, that's a weird sentence, can let such wrongdoing go unpunished. Shucks, Professor. Never seen you get so hot under the collar before. I assure you I'm quite calm, and my sub-collar temperature remains tepid. Alright. Indeed, let's go. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of him. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Well then. We have no choice but to move on. I need to drop the alluring ribbon I was using to grind earlier, and instead make it so that enemies don't appear as much because my patience is not prepared for such a moment in time. We ride deeper and deeper into the manor, though maybe he should have left. Seems a little weird that he is likely still... Is he still here, though? Or am I just being stupid? Because I saw a green little blip just now in the southern area. I'm gonna say... Did he bring the whole class?
An interesting dilemma.
I'm more confused about that. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and... So, how you guys doing? I'm doing alright. I mean, not really. I felt sick for most of last night and most of today.
I'm ready.
Which is why I haven't been able to stream or do anything. It's been pretty rough, but it was the perfect time for me to kind of decompress. A little burnt out. Been doing a lot of stuff lately. It's kind of caused me mentally to explode just a little bit. But you know what? All of these things, the aches I've been feeling, the amount of work I've been putting in, none of it is as painful as a video game, an RPG system that punishes you for attempting to run from the battles that are so incredibly fucking boring. I feel like if you introduce the option to just not be able to leave a battle, you deserve to lose everything you care about. When you are starving to death, and you're like, please have some food, I will stand there. And I will say, why didn't you let me run? You never let me run. You never let me have that sweet release. And they said, well, eventually you did get to. And I'll say, you're right. You're right. This is what is known as filling time when fucking they won't let me fucking leave the battle. I hope you enjoyed. Yvonne's Cellar. This has what I seek. Which is most importantly, a video game style save point. This game really knows how to push the levels here. Now, in terms of like what I'm doing in the LP, I guess I should outline that. I have plans to, at the very least, do all 8 character stories. I know there are 4 special shrines that will give you special job classes that are attached to powerful bosses, and a secret true ending boss in the fact that people consider it that. I don't know if I'll do all of that yet. We'll have to see how I'm feeling. It really just depends how much of a fucking slog it is to go through it. Because I am finding grinding in this game to be a little rough at times. A little not great. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if I did everything in Nocturne, I feel like I can do everything here. I'm just saying, just in case. That way, if I don't do it, I have a safety net of like, I told you! Yeehaw. Let's pick this up. Then I was looking at something to say as we continue to run through this. Ooh. I don't care about you, I care about the thingy. I appreciate all the studying, but I gotta go. Can we talk about how I just couldn't leave before? How we were trying it before. The game was just like, no, you can't do that. How about we give you a better rod? How about the... that is not as good as what I have. Never mind! For you, though, that'll be much better. I've also been enduring something incredibly stressful when making these videos. Is that recently, whenever I capture video on with my capture card and its device, sometimes it just makes the video fucked up, where it'll go and imagine that noise. Imagine if I got right in the mic and I did that, and then I went and edited it and then boosted it 4 times. That happened like on the 2nd episode, which I thought was a YouTube glitch. Wasn't. Was totally my capture. It just makes me have to triple check and be very scared about it. In the future, especially if it's this episode, if I ever do it again, I'm sorry. Sorry. But it's rough. It's rough. I'm hoping I fixed the glitch.
Cyrus!
I have a question. Yvonne, why have you just tied her up to a piece of wood? What are you doing?
Professor.
You just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you?
He's naturally frowning.
Disappoint me, Cyrus. I took you for a more logical man.
Headmaster Yvonne, what do you intend to do with her?
The girl went poking around in my secrets. I fear she can't be allowed to live. And so I'll finish off teacher and student in one fell swoop.
You'll not lay a hand on my pupil. I'll see to that.
You seem terribly agitated, Cyrus. It's not good for the humors.
It's one of those blood crystals.
What the?
You will taste the power I summoned from the far reaches of hell!
I cannot fail.
Are you fucking kidding me? How did we get to this point? Set him on fire. Never mind. I have to figure something else out. Actually, knowing you, you probably don't like light. Yep. Not really well equipped for that, but... what can you do? That helps. Knowing that we can easily deal with them. It's gonna help my mood quite a bit. I'm in horrible pain.
Here goes nothing.
I don't like this. Oh man, guys, we're gonna die. They're like, yeah, it's pretty clear. Try our best to deal with whatever he throws. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Heal more.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Out of my way.
Lightning blast. Get him.
All right.
Give me another healing ray bunch. There we go. Everyone's refreshed. Next. Alright, I can pop one. I want to keep a good amount of boost points ready, though.
What is the logical course of action?
These guys are pretty strong. I was hoping that was going to end up being enough to, like, really knock them out, but not really seeing that. Inversely proportional. Alright, so it's going to do weaker because I don't have a lot of... because I have a lot of health. How about one of these fiery plumes? Okay, we poisoned one of them. I'll take that. Ooh, do I have one of those? I have one of these.
You like that?
Crap, they're fucking tanky. Oh, please don't intimidate him. Holy crap, that one dude. He's taking an extra 1,200 and he's still kicking. Okay, we need to cure silence on Therian.
Stay strong.
We're gonna have to tank this hit. Okay, they're done.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
Peacock strike.
Just go ahead and make me super strong, please.
Out of my way.
That works. Given the way they just dropped like that, I have to assume the one on top had like 2 HP by that point. Okay, it's time to just start hitting it with random shit. I love doing that. I'm a big fan of whenever I just figure it out by accident. Okay. He has one more point till he's ready to go, so I won't do it on this turn. Instead, I will do a double peacock strut on you.
The peacock strut.
So both of our guys are going to be buffed.
Here we go.
Then I'm going to use concoct. Maybe? Nah, don't do concoct. Do mold dance on Primrose. Alright, you're now up. I can break you now, but would that be the best option? No, the best option is to give an energizing pomegranate to you. Because what I'm going to do here is going to be pretty important. However, we have the other problem. Like, I'm going to want to do this to get Alephan's Enlightenment up, but I'm not going to be able to maximize the damage on it. So should I tank this attack coming up instead? Yeah, I should. I should do that.
No, you don't.
Didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit item. I continue to do that. Instead, we will have a bunch of grapes.
Try this.
I am ready.
Okay. Now that we have that all done, I would like to do something else if possible. How about Bewildering Dance for the randomness? Never again! I gotta love when Team Rocket's blasting off again, am I right? Let's power myself up.
Lend us your wisdom.
Alright. Next turn, my attacks get heavier. Oh, did I already? I always had a dagger. For some reason, I didn't think he had it. Alright, we've souped up his magic. There's no real way for me to get any more BP to him. So unfortunately, I can't get a really good one. Actually, if we... No, if we pass again... does it matter if we pass again? Because, no, then we'll have 2, then we'll have 1. So I could get one really souped up one. Oh, I know what I want to do. I was trying to figure out what exactly how I wanted to deal with this phase of the fight. So what we'll do is, who's starting? That's a better question. Yeah, we would have to pass now. Are we gonna pass now? Yeah, we are. Alright, so the problem here, chat, audience, whatever it is. The problem here is I'm constantly trying to figure out the best way to maximize DPS, because you're doing really good damage whenever the dude is in break status, and then I have to set up the Aelfan, but then I want to get it with 3 BP and launch a super attack, but then that means that it needs to happen on the same turn, so we have to wait a turn to do that. And that is what I've come to. So instead, we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal and tank. And he is desperate to make sure I can't have fun. And as you guys know, not a fan of people who are against my fun. Now, I'm sure I'm playing this game wrong, which is perfectly fine. So long as I have fun in the end. That's all that really matters, right?
Stay strong.
I mean, I would hope. Okay. So what I would do here is I'm going to break him. There we go. So next turn, I'll be able to really go in. But this turn, I still have 2 moments of really buffed magic left. So what I'll do is unleash the first one now. Which isn't very good, but it's still 3k. Then I'm going to want to give a medium plum to him, so he has enough on that turn.
Here goes nothing.
And from there, I guess we can do an amputate. And I remember that I need to give you a good axe, so amputate actually fucking matters one day from now. And now this is our big DPS turn.
Free.
There we go, that's 12,000.
I am ready.
Let's make sure he's still stronger. So we'll stack that buff of 1 turn of good magic to 9. And you unleash your attack as well. Which is only about 3,500.
Here we go.
But, you know, take what you can get.
Peacock strike.
Yeah, let's bump that to 7. And his turn's back. And we have a problem. He just added another element. Now, is that one on the right magic? Is that magic or an attack? No, now it's time to just experiment. From the top. Okay, we answered our question. Very neat. Okay.
All right.
At this point, I've kind of built up enough, so I'm just gonna kind of unload. Might as well.
An interesting dilemma.
Like, I'm gonna continue to focus on little damage because I tend to store up really
Here we
hard,
go.
and I don't have an easy way of doing that. So I'm just gonna kind of go in, try and do these, and hope I get something nice out of it. You know, like double experience for this fight, that kind of thing.
Now, what next?
Now the true lesson of great inferno to scorch the land.
All right, keep burning them. 2 effects. Nice. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, we need to focus. We need to focus very hard. And he's augmented again. So he is weak to an additional thing, but it is definitely magic. So it's probably lightning, wind, ice, or dark. I'm gonna say not dark. Yeah, let's just take it from the top. Figure it out. Okay. Alright. Also, he gets a shit ton more.
Tempest of ice shall rage.
He gets a shit ton of defenses now, though, which is a bit of a problem. I'm not doing Bewildering Dance anymore, because there's no need to do that. Everyone's health is mostly okay.
I am ready.
Seems fine to just get some extra hits in here. This will give us 2 full turns of shit where we're just free to do whatever we want. So what I can do is I can pop Elephants. Elephant's Enlightenment's only good if I can generate a shit ton of BP. So it only seems like it matters if I have 5. So we're just not going to. Instead, we're gonna break them. Alright, we have 7 attacks that we can unleash upon this man. Every little bit counts.
Now, what next?
A tempest of ice shall rage.
I am ready.
I might as well keep everyone topped
Bring
off.
about a miracle of healing.
Get everyone at max because I'm so afraid this dude has an
way.
insane attack coming for me. I'll pop 1. That's pretty good. That's like 3k.
What next?
He's still in the green though. We haven't pushed him to the next area of like.
Bring it on.
We haven't pushed his health too hard yet.
Alrighty.
Do whatever we can to maybe get something going there. Mole dance on you.
The mold.
Alright, he's up. What's he want to do? He's augmented to the same
Bring
thing.
it on.
But he has 12 shields. Why does he have 12 shields? Oh, does it double every time? Dude, the game isn't even prepared to make it 12. You notice that? It doesn't understand. The spacing on the 1 and the 2 just looks amateurish. That's how you know this is some bullshit that they've thrown at me.
I am ready.
Yeah, we're gonna need to like nail him on some hits here, so triple boost it. We're gonna need to knock that number down the best we can. Steel SP is gonna help.
Appreciate it. Really.
And scholar skills, fire. Okay, we hit him 9 times that turn. That's nothing to scoff at. Plum basket.
My turn.
Alright, and following it up with, should we tank a hit? We should probably tank something. Oh, but the turn order next turn also is not very good. Because then I have to tank 2 attacks, and if he's doing spread, yeah, it's a much better idea to just go with this. Let's just not let him play. Seems like a better idea. Everyone's topped off.
Mold dance.
I maintain that she's gonna take the videos the most. So we need to protect her. Elephant's Enlightenment's just not working for me. Like, it takes way too much setup to pull off. Like, the problem mainly is that I need to... Oh.
Lend us your wisdom.
Get him, boy!
Unparalleled.
That works.
Here we go.
That might not even been the best way to get damage. I'm willing to bet like a triple BP Therian without that might have been good. But hey, whatever. I want to at least show you that I can do things that are a little bit different. Let's go ahead and do Mole Dance on Cyrus, probably. Cyrus has 1500 HP. Next up, Ivan is losing control of his body. What does that mean? You want to give me some information to go along with that? No? No. Well, okay.
I appreciate it. Really.
Let's start slowly knocking him back to
I
Earth.
am ready.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Scorch the
Bring it
land! Okay.
I am ready.
Alright, he's down to 3. Pulverize. Not a fan of that.
Out of my way.
Okay, this will open him up. Yeah, this will open him up. So, give me more SP. Okay, I can do 2 full spells without reloading on Therian. He's stunned, so we're just ready to go. Yeah, we're ready to go now. Okay, the 3 turn for the elephant was actually a good idea for like the boosting Cyrus, because now he still has it, so he'll be able to do damage at least somewhat comparable to me. So, awesome. Next up on the list would just be, you need to just hit him. Ah. Oh wait, no, we're fine. I can get him MP on this turn.
Let's try this.
Means I do a little bit less, but we'll deal.
Out of my way.
We'll deal. Hold on.
I'm ready.
Are you?
Free. Oh,
Nailed it. Alright, this should be my strongest attack. Crap, he's still kicking after all of that. Okay.
Stay strong. I am ready.
So... Ooh, he's just, I looked away for 1 second. Did he just buff? Oh, we have a problem. We need to put him down. I mean, he's low. We just went through another phase of attacking when he was already in the red. I'm kinda stressed about this.
Interesting dynamic.
Just a little bit. Use your fire.
Great inferno to
We'll have to have Alphen be the one to reload people because these guys need to continue to take chunks off that shield.
here we go.
What do they even do for the last part of this, even? Isn't... Because they tried to build this guy up as the main villain here. Crap!
Egats.
Egats!
Try this.
Help, please. We need to try and break this on this turn. Oh, we don't have to. Okay, cool. Now I was looking to see if anyone was open to doing a double hit next turn before he goes, and we do.
I am ready.
Okay, that means that you can focus on heal
Bring
more.
about a miracle of healing.
You might as well get the SP.
I appreciate it. Really.
Alright, Let's see if we can kill him now.
I am ready.
Hit him.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Very painful for you.
I got just what you need.
I hit the wrong button.
What is the logical course?
I don't even know what that did. I think that made healing items do better for him. Don't worry, I really appreciate it. Okay, that's a wrap, folks.
You should have studied harder. $1,700. Oh, I'm gonna nut. Oh. What in the...
Immortal? They were all lies. Lies? Who lied to you? It cannot end like this. It must not. Whoa. Crumbled to dust. So is our final antagonist the assistant in a surprise twist that isn't surprising? Who knows? Hello. How you doing? How you doing? My name's Cyrus. I'm a cool guy. Oh, Professor.
You have my gratitude.
You saved my life.
Thank goodness.
Oh, Professor. Professor, I'm glad you're... What have I done? A teacher endangering the life of his pupil. But I can reflect upon my failings another time. For now, I must get you to safety.
Awake, are you?
Yes, Professor.
Therese. I must know what you saw and heard. You'll tell me, yes?
Yes, Professor. One day I heard the headmaster talking to someone in his office. I couldn't make out the other voice, but they were talking about you. They were saying they would see you dead. And so
You came all the way here to warn me.
Yes, Professor.
I see. Well, Therese. As your teacher, I must scold you for your most reckless and careless actions.
I understand, Professor.
But one thing is also clear. Were it not for your actions, I would have died in that dark pit. And so, as a man, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Thank you, Therese, from the bottom of my heart. But you must promise me one thing.
What is it, Professor?
In the future, pray consult someone you can trust before embarking on such a dangerous course of action.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I did learn from the best.
I suppose you did, didn't you?
Professor,
I must continue my journey, but I will send letters. Yes, I'll include assignments to keep your mind sharp.
I look forward to that, Professor.
She's given up. Her coochie will never be touched.
But I think we've talked enough for the day. You should rest.
Wait, Professor! The headmaster. He said one more thing.
Hmm? What's this now?
He said that once you were out of the way, there was a place he would go.
Intriguing. And where might that be, pray tell? I appreciate your concern, but I will go there. I must. In a way, we are not so different, the headmaster and I.
Professor,
That unquenchable thirst for knowledge, bordering almost on obsession. And yet, our philosophies regarding the ultimate purpose of knowledge could not be more different. The headmaster used his position and prestige to hoard knowledge for his own foul ends. As an academic, I cannot forgive this. Knowledge is for one and all. We inherit the knowledge of our ancestors and pass it on to those who follow us. Only then is its true value realized. Headmaster Yvonne believed true knowledge should begin and end with him. He was wrong. Always remember this, Cyrus. Knowledge is a bounty to be shared by all.
a bounty?
The more of us that possess true knowledge, the richer we all become. Those who seek knowledge must never forget this. That is what I believe. And those who would use their knowledge for nefarious ends must be stopped.
So, it would be wrong of me to keep this to myself. The headmaster said he was headed to the town of Duskbarrow.
I see. Thank you, Cyrus. Do not worry. Your teacher will not make the same mistake twice. When I act, I will exercise due caution.
I can believe you this time?
Please do, my dear girl.
If you say so, then I shall see you when you return.
You have my word. I will arrange for someone to look after you until your strength returns.
Therese seems like a good girl. She got spirit, pluck, would follow you to the end of the world and back, it seems. I remember times when I've been as filled with passion as she. But then I don't have to tell you what's what, right? I'm afraid I don't know what you're alluding to. I'm just saying she's come all this way for your sake. Oh, indeed. She's a most dedicated and conscientious student. Does she take such a journey out of the way for a professor's health is credit to her? I think you're missing the point. Nothing thrills a scholar's heart quite like a student who's dedicated to learning. what's up? I just think oh man. What a wacky guy.
Duskbarrow. Whatever did the headmaster seek there? Judging from his transformation to that dreadful beast, the power he obtained was an unholy one indeed. Is it possible that the tome holds not only the secrets to death, but new forms of life? And yet, I find it hard to believe that transforming himself into a demon was the headmaster's ultimate goal. After all, did he not say he was betrayed? And the original copy of the tome is still nowhere to be found. So many questions remain, but now I know where I can find the answers. On to Duskbarrow, and whatever dark secrets await me there.
And so Cyrus left Stoneguard behind, having witnessed with his own eyes the nightmarish powers contained within the pages of that baleful tome. But what do Yvonne and his cohorts truly seek? Whether he was ready to face them or not, Cyrus would find his answers in Duskbarrow. Alright, so you may think, oh man, I missed out. But according to this guide, I need to switch characters after the tale's done to get more banter. Who did I not do? It was you. Okay. There it is. Nice good old squeak. I should buy a new arm, but I like annoying noises. You speak of the monstrous Headmaster Yvonne? Yeah, he seemed just like a normal person, and then... Some monsters are created in laboratories, so it is certainly possibly to transform a man into one. Shout out to them for typos. There will always be people prepared to use knowledge for vile ends. Never thought knowledge to be so frightening. Yes, but remember that while it can serve evil, it is also the weapon we need to defeat that same evil. You mean it all depends on the user? Precisely. That is why, you see, the pursuit of knowledge demands virtue and integrity. Knowledge nobly won can be shared for the benefit of all men. I warrant that if been you found that knowledge, you would have known how to use it for good. So glowing praise, you flatter me. I think she's really great. I was gonna make a joke about Coochie, but it doesn't fit the character. With that, if we look in our journal, the only chapter 3s that remain at this point are Tressa, Hanet, unfortunately, and Ophelia. I'm sorry, if she spoke English, maybe I could pretend she's a good character, but unfortunately, the qualities of a person are them speaking English and, I don't know, all those other qualities you would assume are more important. But next time, we'll probably do Tressa's, I guess. So, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Octopath Traveler, and we'll be back next time for even more.